My name is Kristal Tytewriter Oliver. I'm an Emmy-nominated, Grammy-nominated, platinum songwriter, singer, and producer, and I have a cool job. I can't wait to tell you why. If you ever hear an artist on the radio and you're like, did they listen to this before they put it on the radio? Why can't I understand what they're saying? Why are those notes off? That's what a vocal producer does. I've worked with a lot of artists. Ty Dolla $ign, Justin Timberlake. I've worked with the Cheetah Girls. I don't know if you remember that. And the list goes on over the past 17 years, you know? And I just look forward to many, many, many more. Imagine a mini version of me with my ponytail sticking all over the place, just getting into everything. I was an extremely curious kid. The world was my oyster. You know, anything I could get my hands in, digging in the dirt, playing with plants, digging up worms, that was me. I was extremely curious, extremely inquisitive, and I'm still like that to this day. I liked all kinds of music. I loved like Billy Joel, but then I also loved Prince, and I also loved gospel music, and I loved Frank Sinatra. So how did I become interested in what I do for a living? It kind of found me. I didn't know I was interested in it, but I naturally had certain skills that were crafted in me from early on from my mother. She was a choir director. So I learned how to sing and how to figure out harmonies from being in church. I went to Girls High in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. If it weren't for Philadelphia High School for Girls, I would not be doing music right now because I did not think I could sing. And a friend of mine asked me to be a part of a talent show. And it was that talent show that got another girl to come up to me and ask me if I wanted to be in a girl group. So it was the catalyst for my entire career. When I joined the girl group, there was a producer working with the girl group. I would ask, well, what is this that you're working on? Well, how does this happen? Well, why does it sound like this? Or if I had a recording that I would get back and I didn't like how I sounded, I would ask how I could go in and fix it myself. Every single production company that I would go to in the city, I would ask a lot of different questions and I would learn all the different programs. And if they ever had any equipment left over or anything they could give me, I would ask for it because I was broke. I went to Philadelphia University. It's now called Jefferson. And when I started there, it was called Textiles and Science. I know it's a lot, but that's where I went. So I started with fashion design at Philadelphia University. When I got there, my passions changed a bit. I realized I just liked to draw, so I switched to graphic design. And it was a really good experience for me. It helped me to find my own creative style. Even though I didn't study music in college, there were moments in college that really were pivotal to me finding my voice, should I say. And there were jam sessions at college. We just liked to hang out and just share our craft a lot of times. And I was really nervous, but I got a chance to perform in front of the college kids and it helped me to work on my confidence. What part of my job is the most fun and the most rewarding? Always hearing that final outcome. You know, knowing that, wow, I sat down for a few hours and made something out of nothing. And look how cool it is. I've had the pleasure of being at concerts when other artists were performing my songs and watching the crowd sing all of the words to something that I was just having fun at the moment, just playing around, not understanding the impact that it would have, the impact that song would still have 15 years later. I knew I made the right decision to pursue this as a career when I felt at peace. I felt at peace. I didn't feel the stress that I would normally feel going to a normal job. And then it didn't hurt when I got nominated for a Grammy. It really validated the work that I had done up to that point, and it really said, yeah, you're on the right path. Comfort is extremely important to me. So when it comes to designing my workspace before anything else, I have to make sure when I walk into a space that I feel like I want to have fun, I feel comfortable, and I feel like it's going to bring out the best creativity that I have within. My workspace, I don't have a huge board or anything like that. I'm able to make some really great music with just a few things. So I think these are great universal mics. I can put any size in it, put the warm audio in. I stopped using pop screens because to me, I think these are better now. I'm calling these monitors and not speakers because they're made for listening. They're made for mixing. The tweeters on here, they're going to give you a way more refined sound. That's why they cost so much more. Speakers like these monitors, they're going to help me be able to control the high and the mids, the lows, These are Mugami cables, so they're gonna sound better than normal cables. Like, they're a little bit more expensive, but the better the quality of the equipment that I have, the better the sound I can get. So that's why I can do this at home and get such a great sound. There's a lot of programs that exist for recording. I like Pro Tools because I've been using it for a long time. I'm considered a pro on Pro Tools, and I think it's great for capturing audio. But for when I'm making music, creating beats and things like that, I like to use Logic. How important is it to have fun and to play when I'm creating music? To me, it's everything. There's a difference between how I created music when I was in my teens to how I create music now. Now I have to constantly check in with myself and say, hey, are you having fun? Are we having a good time? Are you being lighthearted and joy? Because we get bills, we get all these other things that try to steal the joy away. But for me, fun is crucial because that's when the best music is made. It's hard when you're on the clock, you have 4 hours to get a session done and you're like, oh, I have to get this done. But when we can put down that weight of the world and we can just tap into the moment and smiles and each other's energy, I think that's when some of the best records get made. Just having fun and playing. What parts of my job are challenging? You know, it's just the life moments that happen that are unexpected. What do you do when someone dies and you still have to go do work? You know, what do you do when you're not feeling good and you still have to go do the work? And that's when I think it's important to remember to always come back to what we were just talking about, to connect to that fun, to connect to play. Because when those moments are happening, that's gonna be what heals you. My advice would be, find yourself a team that you trust. You know, people, whether it's your friends, whether it's your family, but people that you can always come back to who will always have your best interests at heart and push you in the right direction. Know that you are awesome as you are, and don't let anybody make you feel like you are less than, because you can do it. Thank you for spending time with me. Thank you for watching me. And I hope I've inspired you to find a cool job that you can love for the rest of your life.